set it off. Go to Vegas, bet it all. Put it on the Bucs win, whoever they gon' play gon' fall. Don't say I ain't told y'all. Loose cannons gon' fold y'all. Yeah, the Heat be 9-3, but it gets real cold in the fall. That's when the season start. Bucs come in folded hard. Win after win, ripping the division apart. Panthers, they pussycats. Falcons got bird flu. Take the Ravens and Dolphins and open up a zoo. Cause one thing's for sure, better than the Bucs, they show lane. And every day in Tampa Bay, we say fuck the Saints. We in Tampa Bay, baby. 813 going crazy. Tampa, boy. This Bucs podcast be the greatest. Loose cannons blasting on them haters. And we in Tampa Bay, baby. Tell them where you from. 813 going crazy. Yeah. This Bucs podcast be the greatest.
What is up, Bucs Nation? It is Thursday, March 6th, 2025. I'm terrible.
Can we start the show over again, Samer?
Yeah. It is Thursday, March 6th, 2025. You're watching the Loose Cannons podcast. I am your host, the Samer Ali, hanging out with my intern extraordinaire, Stanker Poo. And we're joined again by the Dr. Pless of Real Bucs Talk, who's going to be joining the official Loose Cannons front office tonight, folks, okay? And before we dive into the 7-round mock draft for the Bucs, make sure you hit that like button on your way out, or even right now, fuck it, and hit that subscribe button if you're new and you somehow make it all the way through the show and think that we know what the fuck we're talking about. Or if you just like Pless's face appearing on this show, then that in itself is deserving enough of the subscribe smash. So, boys, got the draft coming around the corner. We got the combine taken care of. Heard some comments from Todd. Heard some comments from Jason Light. Kind of get a little bit of a lay of the land, maybe which way they're leaning. But before we dive into that stuff, let's talk about some free agents that are going to help us make the decisions we're going to make tonight in this draft. We'll start with you, Pless. Lavonte David, is he back?
Yeah, I think they go with Lavonte. I think he returns for 1-year deal, and I think they, bring him back because obviously they need linebacker help, and he's still a very good player. So it makes sense to bring him back.
Stank, what do you think of Lavonte coming back?
Obviously, you Lavonte David hater. I know you don't want Lavonte on
I
this
want him
team.
back. I really want him back. Yeah, I do.
No,
I
you
do.
don't.
I want him back, but I want to be in that meeting, and I want to tell him how disappointed I was in him last year so that he comes back on his own accord. He wants to come back just to prove me wrong, which I will more than gladly eat that pie.
Ridiculous.
Anybody else we need to be talking about in terms of coming back? I think Chris Godwin will be a Buck. I think they take care of that before free agency even hits. Now there's some, talk coming out that maybe this injury is going to linger into next season. He might not be ready by week 1, which I think plays into the Bucs' favor. They know what's going on. They're kind of in here with him throughout the whole process. They're going to have the leg up on all that. So I think Chris Godwin is back. Lavonte David is back. Anybody else I need to talk about here?
Yeah, I think Ben Bredesen, I think he'll be back.
That's a good one.
And I think in this universe, we'll just say Greg Gaines is not back. We'll say Anthony Nelson is not back. JTS not returning. I would like to see Bryce Hall come back, so we'll bring him back as well, just to add corner depth. I think
mind
that's about
Anthony.
it.
I don't mind bringing back the Carolina Wonder, as I want to call him, because he won us that game.
He did.
I think Anthony should be back.
Todd Bowles.
Yeah, I think Anthony Nelson should be back. He's a good rotational piece. He's a hard worker. That's a guy that I don't see other teams really, plucking away from us because he doesn't really have too much on tape. So I think he's coming back. It'll be something we can afford to pull off. So,
you know what? Fuck both you guys. All right. How you're leaving Kyle out of this fucking discussion really upsets me. Samer's been on a crusade on Twitter and on Facebook and on MySpace against Kyle. And for me, he's like right behind Lavonte David and Chris Godwin. What are we going to do without a backup quarterback? Yeah, he's important.
Yeah,
he's really important.
I think the kid they got out of Tulane via the Green Bay Packers, I think that kid's the real backup, man. I think even if they bring back Kyle Trask, he's going to end up losing out the second spot to that kid out of Tulane. I can't remember his name, so I'm going to call him kid out of Tulane for now. And you know what? Until he throws a touchdown pass in a game that matters, that's all I'm going to call him. Kid out of Tulane. All right. A couple of names.
Before you move on, I'm not smoking a 7-Eleven cigar, MK. All right. This is called a Sweet Jane. Okay. And it's a very good cigar. Should check it out.
All right. In terms of guys coming in from the outside, Pless, I think we agree Travarius Ward should be a guy that the Bucs end up signing, bringing on board. Any linebackers the Bucs are going to bring in as a, regardless of what we're about to do here in this draft. I've seen a couple of mock, what do they call it? Battle plans from other people online. All Trevor, those guys, Peter Report, I think did one. All of them, but Peter Report did one. Any linebackers that we need to bring back? Not bring it back, but bring in corners, safeties, anything like that before we go into this draft.
Yeah, I like Tyrell Dotson, the kid from Miami. I think he would be a good addition. Bring him in for a modest contract. He can cover very well, and I think he would fit kind of what they're looking for. Bring him in, he can blitz and do different things. So I think he would be a natural fit for the Bucs defense. So that makes a lot of sense. Any other moves? Obviously, with Trey Hendrickson, the news, we would love to see that happen, make a big trade for him. That we'll wait and see. But Joseph Osai is another one that I think they could add if they want to bring in like a value edge, a guy that's young, 24 years old, could come in and add something, maybe be a Shaq Barrett type of, surprise player.
What about Khalil Mack?
Khalil Mack, yeah, I mean, I was really tempted to mention his name last time I was on here with you guys. I thought about it, and he does make a lot of sense because he would be kind of like that Ndamukong Suh type of addition. You could bring him in for a 1-year deal. Really, it's going to come down to what is his cost. How much is he going to be for that 1 year, and how can they structure it in a way where it makes sense? 34 years old, but super productive still. I think he's really a good player, at his age. Would be awesome. I would not be against it. For this exercise, I'd probably say we don't bring him in right now.
The only thing
why not both Bosa and Mack and Junior Seau and Derwin James? Why don't we just inside the entire San Diego Chargers defense?
Here's my thing with that. The one thing I have that makes me want to bring in a Khalil Mack is not only the stuff he does on the field, but the stuff he's going to do off the field. The Bucs don't necessarily have a general on that defensive line as it relates to the outside edge guys. Vita Vea is kind of the old statesman there, but he's not really. He's more of a playful guy. He's also a different position. I think you need a guy like a Khalil Mack or even a Hendrickson, somebody that can come in and kind of give Yaya some stuff that he's probably not going to get through his coaching, and it's stuff that veteran type stuff, leadership, things like that. Simeon Rice was a huge addition to this team from his ability to rush the passer, obviously, but he also brought leadership behind the scenes that nobody really talked to much
about. So did JPP.
JPP, same thing. JPP was. That's why I always compared Khalil Mack to the JPP signing, but Khalil Mack I think has more in the tank than JPP. But they both bring that veteran presence, and that leadership, and more fingers too. So you get paid more fingers, more money. You know how it goes. Okay, so we can make the Trey Hendrickson trade in this scenario, anyways, with a PFF mock draft machine. Anyway, so let's just go ahead and dive in this bad boy, huh?
Wait, we're doing like a real live mock draft with like real live screens and picks and shit?
Absolutely, man.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Now I know where all your super chats go to. Buck's Basement with a super chat. He said, tired of Light's bargain basement shopping. We haven't spent for multiple years. Go get an edge, especially when Light sucks at drafting an edge since 2014. Thanks for the $4.99 Bucks Basement. Sammer.
You talk
about your best friend, bro.
Yeah, listen.
Talk about your best friend.
I've had no problem with the moves the Bucks have made. They have not been in the position to go all in and go get this big time. Like, why waste the money in that moment? Also, they haven't really been able to do that. They've been trying to keep their guys, balance the checkbook, pay off the Tom Brady, credit card bill that they kind of accrued over those few years. And now they're in a position where maybe they can go out there and get one, mini splash guy. And because I don't consider Khalil Mack a splash, but for the Bucks, it would be a splash. Only because of his age.
Nice. Jason Light has said they could only shop at the dollar store. All right, Bucks Basement. I know you shop at the dollar store, bro. All right, it's not like you get the best quality.
Guy doesn't even live in a whole house. He lives in a basement.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
So, but listen, for what they've been able to accomplish without going to a Target or a Saks Fifth Avenue, they've been doing pretty damn good going to the Dollar Tree. Okay, I'll give them credit. Like they've been able to pull that dollar and stretch the fuck out of it. Stank.
I still get my pans from there. Like the throwaway pans. They'll go to the dollar store for that.
You're a Burlington Coat Factory guy, though.
I hate Burlington Coat Factory.
Plus,
I'm a TJ Maxx guy.
TJ
my
Maxx.
There you go.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah,
All right.
TJ Maxx.
Before we start, okay, we got a guy named Jamel Dean on this team who I'm pretty sure is not going to be putting on a Buccaneers helmet ever again. So with that being said, last year, Carlton Davis somehow got the Bucs a 3rd-round pick. The Bucs have this Jamel Dean thing. I think he's going to be gone. Plus, what could we possibly get from him? And in my opinion, it should be a team that has an extra few picks that's willing to kind of toss a pick out there because one, you got to pay his salary, and two, you don't know if he's even going to make the team necessarily or be a starter because you're bringing him in and hoping he's going to win that battle. So you're not going to give up too much capital to bring that guy in. What can the Bucs get for Jamel Dean before we start this? And should we even explore doing something like that?
Yeah, it's going to be tough to trade him just because of his contract and, just his recent production. It hasn't been great. He's been, inconsistent staying on the field. And I think that's a big reason why they're going to move on from him, whether that's release, just cutting him, which I think is probably the most likely outcome. It would be nice to trade him for maybe a 4th, maybe a 5th-round pick. But I think it's going to be tough to do so. I just don't see a team out there willing to give that up. So
just, for shits and giggles, I looked up the teams with the most cap space.
Okay.
The top 5 in order of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The Cardinals have $75.5 million. The Bears have $78.86 million. The Commanders have $79.5. Vegas Raiders have $92.4, and the New England Patriots have $125.58 million to spend. Of those teams, I don't think more than I think maybe the Commanders have an extra couple of picks, possibly. I really don't see a team in that mix that could possibly take him on or want him and have the extra picks to do so. Trying to think who I saw mock some sort of trade with Jamel Dean. Should we try to pull off a trade here right now, or should we? Because I think if you can get a 4th or 5th, you add an extra pick, and we don't have very many tonight.
Listen, right. I know you're talking about trade scenarios, and I'm not a Jamel Dean fan, but trading a guy who knows the system at a position of weakness doesn't help us. Unless we somehow can recuperate, and get our own guy in free agency or a couple of guys in free agency. And that contract's, like Pless said, nobody wants that contract. So you're cutting them and eating the loss, and then have another position you have to fill. Maybe he stays on this team, but not in a starting role.
But if you could trade him for a 4th-round pick that maybe turns into a corner,
but
like Kobe Bryant.
It could happen, I guess. We saw what Detroit did. They took Carlton Davis, and who's a better corner, for sure, especially when healthy, who's also available. Maybe we should bring him back. No. Maybe we bring him back, sign Whitehead when he gets healthy. And, dude, we're Griven Dags, and we are digging graves. Okay?
Yeah. Griven Dags.
Yeah.
All right, so for this exercise, you guys are telling me we're not trading Jamel Dean. All right.
Yeah, I
don't see it happening.
Yeah, I think with adding Travarius Ward, you already have your replacement in hand. You bring back Bryce Hall. You just let Dean go. Like I think you cut him, you save the cap space, you get that $8.6 million in space, and use that towards some other guys that you're bringing in.
All right, Trey Hendrickson. Let's talk about it. We making this trade, and what are we giving up to make this happen?
Oh man, we should do this because
it says it'll take a 3rd-round pick right now. It'll accept it. I don't know how realistic this is.
Yeah, I mean, I know someone mocked actually this trade where it was, I think they offered actually a 2nd and Jamel Dean for Trey Hendrickson. I think that was on Pew Report, but I'm just trying to think. It'd probably have to be a 3rd round or better. And then I don't know if you'd have to add something else in there.
Should we add a 4th or a 5th for 2026 possibly?
Yeah, we could do that. I would say probably I would go higher. I would probably do a 4th.
So we're giving up this year's 3rd and next year's 4th and getting Trey Hendrickson. For this exercise, being that it's our first mock draft of the offseason, should we do all this nonsense or should we try to stick to our guns with the picks we have and kind of force ourselves to play with the cards that were dealt for this one at least? And then maybe we'll bring you back again, Pless, and we'll have a little bit more of the outside the box type scenarios. I don't think this is too outside the box, honestly.
It's not, but I think let's keep our picks for now. I think that's the right call because we kind of want to see how, free agency kind of plays out and see if, this kind of picks up steam as we move forward. So,
okay.
Yeah, I say let's go with what we have right now.
All right. We're going to go ahead and start this bad boy. No trades.
No trades. We're just going to raw dog it.
We're going to raw draft it.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Raw darfed it.
Cam Ward goes to the Titans. Travis Hunter to the Browns. Genty to the Giants.
Sean Genty, 3rd overall.
Genty to the Giants.
Oh,
that's crazy. After what happened to them and what's his name? Barkley? That's pretty wild.
They're not taking a running back at 3, bro.
Hey,
this is funny.
This is the PFF draft machine. All right, mock draft simulator. Sorry.
B-Shuck just gave us money and he said, just cuz. All right.
John Campbell goes 8.
True love.
God.
Really, really love.
These are insane scenarios right now.
Yeah. John Campbell to the Panthers.
This is weird.
You know what?
Weird.
Let's do something else here. Okay. I feel like I need to double check the settings on this bad boy.
I think you do, bro. What is this? Fucking easy mode?
No, that's a standard right there. All right. Back in this draft. Let's start again. Oh shit! It flew by. Okay, cool. Mike Green goes to the
Wait, can you go back and we need to see what just occurred?
Oh my god!
Because I see a lot of names on there that I would want.
Carter, Genty somehow goes 4th to the Patriots. It makes no sense. But Tyler Warren, okay. Again, weird picks here. Honestly, this don't look too real. This one's a surprise. This is a little bit of a surprise. And then we lose our boy Donovan to the Atlanta Falcons. That's a draft. That's our draft crush.
Gia to the 49ers.
I mean, they do like their linebackers. I don't know if they'd like them that high. And then Mike Green right before us. Mike Green gets stolen. All right, cool. Any other ones on there we need to care about? There, Pless, Kenneth Grant. I didn't really think we'd have a chance at him anyway.
No, I don't see us going defensive line early as far as like defensive
interior
tackle.
Defensive line.
Yeah, like defensive tackle.
According to Josh Q, we're getting rid of.
You guys didn't listen to the video.
Villa. No, I listened to it.
No, you didn't listen to it correctly.
I heard it.
We listened to it backwards. All right.
I know he said getting ready to, but the fact that he said that
they're preparing
to move on from him, don't see that. I don't see it. And even in
we have to see what he is at 32 years old. So,
all right. In terms
he's not
of
human, bro. That guy's not a human.
No, he's not. So in terms of our team needs, I'm going to just kind of highlight the ones that I know off the top we'd definitely be looking at early.
Okay.
Edge, cornerback. I'll just throw linebacker in there just because, I'll throw a defensive line in there too, just in case somebody slipped it, Like I really like the kid out of Toledo. I just don't think we're going to go for that first round. So, Pless, you got James Pierce Jr. That's a top edge guy right there. And the next edge guy on there, I guess you kind of consider Jalen Walker one of those dudes. He's kind of in between. What are we looking at here, man?
I mean, from those names available, I don't see them being in on Pierce just because of the person, and some of his tape is inconsistent in my opinion. Jalen Walker, I think, fits what Todd Bowles likes as far as being that versatile piece. He can provide some edge rush. He can play off ball linebacker and do like those blitzing, stunts and all that kind of stuff. Drop back into coverage. He's just still very raw at linebacker. I think his upside is definitely at edge because he does provide pop and he can, have that bend ability to get around the corner. Really, in this scenario, I think it would either be Jalen Walker or you're looking at a potential trade down and trying to get more picks. And I think if they did trade down, you'd probably be looking at Savone Ravel out of East Carolina. Malachi Starks is available. He would probably be, if it was me making the pick, I would go with Malachi Starks just because that boosts your secondary. I know it's not a
sexy pick.
Yeah, it's not a sexy pick, but he is a very high floor player with good ceiling where he can come in and just give you instant, production right away.
All right. So
also another Georgia secondary piece.
Yeah. I mean,
there's a good connection there.
Yeah.
Him, Tyke, and Winfield would be awesome because they're all interchangeable. You can do so many different things. It would be a really good pick if it was me.
So now, the only team interested in a trade right now is Seattle, and they're willing to give us the 50th pick, which we have 51. I think that immediately takes us out of possibly getting Princely, who I think would be, in my opinion, on the list in front of me, the best edge rusher right now. I don't like James Pierce because of his size, honestly. I just think he has too much muscle he has to still put on. And like you said, I thought you guys had a tape on him, didn't you?
We did. Yeah, we looked at him. I mean, great athlete. He can definitely beat offensive linemen around the corner there. He knows how to arc, but it's just inconsistent with his speed to power. And there's just some things on tape that you want to see more out of him, and it just wasn't there consistently. So I kind of worry about him. And then you also hear about some character concerns and kind of like a me type, player. And that's usually not Jason Light's MO as far as going after guys like that.
Okay. So, I mean, there's really not much we can do here. Don't think we go into this thinking we're going to get a safety first. Don't really have many options. And I'm like you. I'm not going to just, reach on an edge guy just to get an edge guy at this point.
Is Jalen Walker a retrade here, though? Because I've seen projected in the top 15.
It's him and Starks, between him and Starks right now.
Yeah, I think they would like Walker. I think, again, he checks out. Like, he checks the boxes as far as what they want from kind of that positionless player that can do multiple things, and you can use him in a variety of ways. So, yeah, I wouldn't hate it. I think he would be a smart pick.
Yeah, I just don't know if I want to take a safety in round one, even though I don't think
Starks
is bad. I just think that we need to get somebody that can at least bring up the pass rush just in case things don't play out in the second round, where at least I know I could possibly get a safety, a corner, and help the secondary regardless. Plus, we've already added Travarius Ward to this team, so I automatically know I've already taken care of kind of one need, even though I want to double dip on that. So, are the three of us in agreement here?
Measurables wise, James Pierce is just a hand in the dirt defensive end, or he plays off the ball like Jalen?
He's a 2-point stance guy, so he'll be coming off the edge. He won't be hand in the dirt, all the time. He can do that, but he's probably more suited to be like that 2-point standing up type of linebacker, rush off, be that outside, wide 9 type rusher.
Mm-hmm.
He just concerns me with his technique and some fundamental things as far as continuing to arc and have that bend. He just doesn't show it enough on tape. So it's just a little inconsistent.
Yeah. We're in agreement to go with Walker here. I like Starks, but again, I think we can still get another safety later on.
No, that's completely fine. I mean, Walker probably won't even be available, when we get to the draft time, just because I think his combine or his pro day, I think is going to go really well. And people are going to like him.
Yeah, they've seen what the Philadelphia Eagles were able to do, just stacking up Georgia guys. So I think he's going to end up going way sooner than people anticipate. So,
right.
Welcome to the Bucs, Jalen Walker.
Yep, that's a good pick.
Nothing crazy going on here with these guys. Malachi Starks goes to the Vikings. Pretty solid pick there. James Pierce goes to the Ravens. There goes the
Vikings always draft the safeties we want.
Yeah. I'm going to pause it here. We're at pig 51.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything we should think about here? Pless, about trading up, possibly grabbing a guy?
Show us the players available.
No, I think we pretty much stand pat. I don't see us trading up because we only have 6 picks. I mean, they're most likely going to be looking to trade down if they have the opportunity. Like, in that round 1, that would probably be, something they look at. But maybe when we get to 51, there could be an opportunity to trade back.
Hairston is a corner they talked to at the combine. He just went off there. I don't think he's the one that they would want first and foremost. So I think if they were to ever trade up, it would be for the if they had any inkling that kid Siobhan, is that his name?
Yeah, so Savone Ravel.
Yeah, Savone. If they have any thought that he possibly goes before that 51st pick, then yeah, it would probably be the only scenario I'd see them trading up in. So we're going to go ahead and continue.
Hey, Sammer, real quick, just for shits and giggles. Well, you've already gone further. I kind of would have liked to play the scenario out too before we got to our pick at 19 to see if there were guys. I mean, because Mike Green went at 18. If there were guys that we think that we might jump up a couple picks to get because they're sliding in the draft a little bit.
Yeah, I think the only guy that they would potentially trade up for is probably Jahad Campbell or Donovan Ezraku. I think those two are on like the top of their board right now. If I just me putting things together, that's how I see it.
So you think we take an off the ball linebacker and we trade up? We trade draft picks to go up and get him? I mean, I like Jihad. Don't get me wrong.
Mm-hmm.
One of my favorite guys in this draft.
I would take him at 19.
Or do you think he's got that edge rush type ability where he's, we're talking about like a potential Michael Parsons type athlete?
Yeah, I think he does. I think he has upside there to rush the quarterback as an edge guy. Mm-hmm. I think he can do both. Like he can be that versatile piece. Personally, I don't see him trading up because, like I said, they have the 6 picks already. That's going to be tough to do. So I think, they're hoping one of those guys fall to them for sure.
All right. Sure. No more corners so far. Oh, there's a kid at Florida State and Trey Amos. All right. I'll go ahead and click edge just because we didn't really get an edge necessarily, even though we kind of did. D-line, corner, and safety. You know what? I'll throw a linebacker in there. Fuck it.
Sammer, I don't see what you're looking at. I see some kind of stream information, restream screen.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know if you can move that out of the...
There you go. Better?
There we go. All right.
Oh, my bad. Okay, guys.
No, you're good.
All right. So I don't see us taking Demetrius Knight Jr. We kind of just took care of the linebacker, kind of. There's our boy Ravel.
Mm-hmm.
And Princely's available.
The card up there.
Princely's available, though. I really like this kid at Ole Miss, edge rusher, pure edge rusher, not a middle, guy like Jalen Walker who can do both. And of course, that kid out of Iowa State, the corner down there, Darian, I believe. Yeah.
Yeah, Darian.
Doesn't Ravel weigh like 132 pounds, bro?
Well, he's good, man. He's good.
No, he's closer. He's about 195. He's a really good player. I like him. Again, he would have been probably a lock to be a top 15 pick if it wasn't for the torn ACL he's coming off of. But from what I hear, everything's going well. The recovery's going good. Medicals came back in good shape. So, and I think he just has an incredible story. He's that Jason Light type of player that he falls in love with the character, the person, and he's got the tape to back it up. So Revel would be probably a likely pick here. I think it makes a lot of sense. And you add to your corner room. Now you have McCollum, you have Javarius Ward, and you have this kid to really take like a redshirt year to learn and grow and potentially be a player for you later in the season. I think he makes a lot of sense. I think he has some versatility where he could potentially play inside in the slot. And he's just a really good press man type of corner.
We got 2 slot guys.
So
yeah.
Hear me out. Let me play devil's advocate here, okay? I like the kid. I mean, PFF calls him a fucking alien, okay? But, okay, there's another kid out of Kansas, Kobe Bryant, another guy the Bucs met with, okay? A guy that fits their mold, the lanky, taller corner, plays really well, has great numbers, good film, had good combine or whatever. But we got this kid Princely here, okay? I'm a big trenches guy. Can we double dip? Can we double dip and get another edge rusher here? I mean, look, 11 sacks, 16 hits, 28 hurries. Okay, played in the SEC. I mean, his grades are ridiculous. Curious what you think of that, Pless, him, the player. And then also if the Bucs should go that route of kind of double dipping, following kind of what the New York Giants did in the early 2000s, late 2000s, kind of doing what the Eagles are doing now, where they're just constantly adding pass rushers, and then hoping that you get that corner in the next round. Because maybe double dip 2 more, because you did get Traverse Ward. So you do have that veteran there who could probably guide along another guy who's going to still take 3 years to get going, regardless of where you pick him, in my opinion. So, devil's advocate, what do you think of this Princely kid, even though we just got Jalen Walker?
Yeah, Princely could be an option. I do like his production. I do like some of his tape. I haven't dove fully into him yet. The thing that worries about me with him is just it comes back to the character. Like, they really highlight that. That's a big emphasis for them. It's about the person, and Princely has some concerns there as far as, transferring from Florida to Ole Miss, and there's a lot of concerns about work ethic and stuff like that.
Nobody wanted to play for that guy in Florida. Okay, it's it's a little bit of I can't believe you even brought that up, honestly.
Well, I'm just bringing it up because it matters. It matters to the Bucs because they look at that, like they see if you're loyal or not. They look at your situation and how you play it. Like Graham Barton, prime example. Like they took him because he stayed at Duke for 4 years. Like stuff like that. It's important. Let's see if can we bring up the edge position? Kind of like just highlight that spot. I just want to see who is the edge. Or who's all the edges. Yeah, so out of that list, I would like if you can scroll back up just a little bit.
Scroll back up, man. You just took out the top.
So Braden Swinson, I really like out of LSU. I think his game is definitely intriguing. Josiah Stewart, I think makes a lot of sense as well. He's kind of that. A little undersized, but he brings that speed off the edge, can really bend the corner. I think he would be someone to look at. And obviously winning background at Michigan, leader. Those are two I would probably consider. But if it was me, I would probably still go with Revel, because I think Revel is he's got so much upside and ability, and you're getting a top 15 caliber player here at 51. I think that's hard to pass up.
And you got
is he a Revel? Is he a Revel without a clause?
Wow. All right, so we're gonna go and add more to the secondary after what we did in free agency, and we're bringing home an East Carolina Pirate, right?
Pirate. He's a pirate.
He's a pirate at heart. He's a pirate in college. He's a pirate in the NFL. Welcome to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Siobhan Revel. All right, here we go. Let me know if I need to pause this here at any time and maybe trade up here, possibly. Who knows? Now, there goes Darian Porter. I really like that kid, by the way, at Iowa State, but he didn't do well at Combine. So, kind of a little bit of a, disappointment. But
what are we missing? A 5th round pick or 4th round pick?
I believe we're missing.
No, we don't have a 6. So, no 6th round pick.
So we're kind of, we're not really pigeonholed here after these first 2 picks per se.
There's the pick right there.
Chris Paul Jr.
Yeah, like that would be a home run. You get Chris Paul Jr., you put him at linebacker, you're set.
And then let's just pick up safety just because we skipped over that initially. And okay, so you think that kind of makes Walker more so that edge presence and blitzing linebacker who can also still do other things, but not necessarily only that.
Right. I think Walker would, step in as like an edge player first. You let him grow there. He can generate attention away from Yaya Diaby, and you bring him in, and then Chris Paul is your more natural linebacker. Like, he knows linebacker, so his instincts are already at a very good level. He can play the run very well. He can drop back into coverage. He would be a really good fit with Servassier Dennis and Levante David. So, I think that would be a home run. And then another guy to consider possibly here is Kevin Winston Jr. I really like his game. I think he would be someone that you could put back there and let Tyke do more nickel, and stay in that role. And Kevin Winston can be like your free safety / strong safety type. And you can move Winfield around more too. So kind of gives you more flexibility.
Hey, Sammer, can you throw a receiver in there, please?
Yeah, receivers another. Yeah, that would be another position to look at.
Real quick before we look at these receivers, before I forget, this David Walker guy out of Central Arkansas.
Mm-hmm.
Have you looked at him? Do you he's getting some run recently as the last, I'd say 5-6 days. He's got ridiculous numbers, but again, it's Central Arkansas.
Right.
How much of that matters or doesn't matter, but he's got really good grades. But again, against who matters. But what do you think of that? Have you looked at him? Do you know anything about him? Pless? He just kind of showed up.
Yeah, I need to dive into him more. Again, he's undersized. I think he's about 6 foot, 6'1",
6'2", 260 is what he's listed.
Well, that's the listed. I mean, his official measurements I think came just sub 6'1", okay. But he's he's got some bend to his game. He's got some pass rush ability for sure. But you have to worry about the competition. I think it would probably be a little bit too rich to take him here. Maybe on day 3, I think that's when you consider him for sure. He'd be kind of that steal type of player.
All right. So in terms of the wide receivers, the highest ranked one here would be that kid out of Utah State.
Oh,
yeah. Yeah, Jalen Royals. Really good.
Is that
what
somebody
about
that
interior? Can you throw interior offensive lineman in here too?
I think the guys that the Bucs would want would be a little bit later than now.
Possibly, but you don't know. Somebody they may have ranked real high slips because guards slide.
Yeah, the only guy I would have considered is the guy that just got picked before us, and that's Tate Rutledge.
They did meet with this Jonah kid.
Jonah Mohine. Yeah.
They also met with Jackson Slater. Is that his name?
Yes. Yeah, I really like Jackson Slater.
But we all know they don't draft true guards anyways. They only draft tackles and then convert them to guard.
That is true.
But going off of who they met with and what he's ranked, it'd be kind of dumb to take him this early. And I know they met with, who was it? Tonka, defensive tackle. It's a bit early to take him as well. So I guess we're going defense again here. Another linebacker, but an actual true linebacker. Stank, what do you think here, man? You agree with this?
I mean, I think we don't know. We don't even know if Levante's coming back. We have to assume
in our scenario, he's come back.
All right, in your scenario, he's coming back. Still, it's an extremely thin position, and I never want to see KJ Britt hit the field again. On special teams, I like him.
No, he's gone. He's gone.
All right, but I don't want to see him playing meaningful minutes anime.
I like bringing him in even with Levante because you can immediately have this guy under his wing, learning from him, absorbing, sponging up. And I don't know enough about the background. I'm assuming Chris Paul might have a chip on his shoulder, getting drafted in the 3rd round here. So I like that kind of mentality. So
is there a medical reason that he might be fell this late?
I believe he's undersized. Is he not undersized slightly?
Yeah,
he's a little undersized. He's not like a super athlete or anything of that nature, but he's quick and he knows how to get, point A to point B. Like he's just really fluid. And I think him coming downhill on blitz packages and allowing Levante to play more coverage is just going to help them both. So, and he's just really cerebral, like very smart, knows how to, diagnose and recognize plays before they happen. So
one thing to note, he's not on the list of players, if I remember correctly, who actually met with the Bucs at the Combine.
Right.
But that doesn't necessarily mean they're not, because some of that stuff is smoke and mirrors too. They meet with the guys they don't really care about, and they try to not meet with the guys, well, at the Combine at least, the guys that they actually do like. So, I mean, the guys we're looking at here, I'm kind of going to agree with Pless here. Stank, I believe we're on board here. We're going to get Levante's replacement, it looks like, at some point.
CP0.
CP0. All right. Welcome to the Tampa Bay Bucs, Chris Paul Jr.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, that's a really good pick. He was one of the first.
Well, we just made it, so of course, really good pick, right?
Yeah,
we're just patting each other on the back right now.
It was one of the first film studies we did on the channel, and Yeah, really excited about his game. He just does everything right. Like it's nothing splashy, but he's always around the ball.
Yeah, the Bucs wait quite a few picks, it seems like, through some of these. I believe from 81
We don't
to
play the
120.
compensatory game very well, ever.
No.
Oh, we did a little bit a couple years ago.
Maybe.
I like that CJ West
Like,
pick right there.
Teams get
The
like
Carolina
4 or
Panthers.
5 compensatories, and we're like, oh shit, here we are with our 6 picks again this year.
So right before our pick, just something to note, Ahmed Hosseinain is an Arab, okay? One of my guys. But I'm going to tell you right now, overrated. Not going to be a good pro. Not going to be a good pro.
Wow.
Saying it right now, okay? Let me tell you this, okay? I don't want to give sources or anything like that, but let me just say, as an Arab, I can speak about certain things. And it's been told that he only got this far because of 3 wishes. And guess what? You only get 3 wishes. So he's already run out of wishes. Wishing to be a great NFL, player didn't come up. So
how do you pronounce his last name?
Ahmed Hosseinain.
Mm.
Yeah, got to emphasize that H like you would hummus. All right, here we go. David Walker. Okay?
You're learning.
Still hanging out.
Here.
Still hanging out. Safety hasn't come up. So the highest ranked safety right now is a kid out of Virginia, Jonas Sanker. Okay.
We can't draft anybody named Jonas. Okay?
I'm not a big fan of anybody named Jonas. I agree. So I don't know if I want to do that. Since we did talk about defensive line, I do think the Bucs have a need there. Okay. It's on the list here on the screen. What do you think of this kid out of Ole Miss? I know we just went Ole Miss. Okay. And we could have gone 3 Ole Misses, honestly, but we didn't. What do you think of this JJ kid at Ole Miss there? Plus.
Yeah, you could put him at fullback. I do like that. He's got fullback versatility. As far as like a defensive tackle, I'm not too sure. I really haven't watched him yet. There might be some other guys that I could talk about a little bit more on defensive tackle.
You might as well include in offensive linemen now and receivers into the mix.
Yeah, he's got size.
So this Noel Williams kid, okay, out of Cal, cornerback, fits the mold that the Bucs like, what Todd likes, but not very fast on the 40 time. I'm not sure how much that matters. I don't know if you know anything about him, Pless. Is he more of a player, a game speed guy? Does the 40 not matter too much? Because he does fit a lot of what the Bucs like, and I believe they met with him. I might be mistaken, but he's also got pretty good PFF grades. I don't know how much that matters to some people, but he's up the screen. This kid's 6'1", 200 pounds, strong, press man corner.
Mm-hmm.
It fits a lot of what the Bucs kind of like.
You know how many hours I put in watching Noel what's his name? Williams, bro? Like that's you're right on the money with that. Okay. That's what I see on tape.
Yeah.
I would agree. His ball production, speaks for itself.
Who doesn't like good ball production, right?
Right. 7 interceptions. So.
Ball production. And what did Todd say the other day at the combine? He wants guys he wants dogs. He wants ball skill guys who get hands on balls.
Yeah.
All right. This is a kid per Pless. Great ball production. Okay. Plus, what about this Jonas Sanker kid? We haven't addressed safety. We've gone linebacker / edge in the one, at 1. We went Siobhan Ravel at corner and 2. We've got Chris Paul Jr.
Scroll down a little bit there, man. Scroll down. Let me see some of these other names. We're getting deep. Willie Lumpkin. What? Lampkin. My bad. I thought it was Lumpkin. Dylan Gabriel.
Yeah. Zy Alexander, I think they would be interested in.
But he had a terrible RAS score, though, man.
That's true.
I'm serious. He had a terrible RAS score.
No, I know.
And the Bucs don't go that route most of the time unless it's much later than 120.
Right.
I liked him at first, too, because he also checks off their boxes. And this kid's
he's got the size.
194, cover corner, but he's limited athleticism.
Right.
But that might not matter.
Yeah, he's a zone corner, and the Bucs play a lot of cover 3, so makes sense. Let's can we sort to defensive tackle? I just want to see who the other defensive tackles are. If there's anyone, I think we're gonna wait on defensive tackle. None of those guys really impress me.
I like the kid out of Miami, but not at 120.
Right,
definitely not at 120.
I know they talked with the kid from Utah, Junior Tafuna.
Yeah.
He would be interesting. Ty Robinson, just because of Nebraska ties. He's a good athlete. Thor Griffin, just because of that name. But he also has good tape. He has good tape too.
Who's not drafting a guy named Thor Griffin? I mean, what?
Right.
And let's look at his size. 6'2", 320 pounds. Stank. Name's Thor fucking Griffin. Okay, or Griffith. Sorry. What? I mean, I'd pick him right now just because of his name, but I'm not going to do that.
Yeah.
How about this Will Howard kid? This quarterback out of Ohio? Fuck that. Hell no. Fuck you.
Hey, can you sort by wide receiver, please?
You've asked that every round. How badly do you want a wide receiver? We got Chris Godwin back.
We do have Chris Godwin back, and he might not play through the preseason. Could be coming straight into the season without much practice. Well, it's a position we got that we need some depth at.
Top ranked wide receiver right now comes straight out of the Dr. Seuss book. I got Torrey Horton. Okay, Horton here's a hoot. This guy's available. We know anything? You know who I do like on this list, by the way?
Kyle Williams.
I like Nick Nash. That dude, man. Punt returner, route runner. I like that kid, but not here. Obviously, way too early. But
I like Jalen Lane, Virginia Tech. He's good returner as well.
Not at 120 though. We're running out of time, so let's see. Let's just kind of turn off all the filters there.
Probably just go with Jonas Sanker, to be honest. But I know we're not picking a kid named Jonas.
I mean,
but he's a good player. Yeah, he can play. He can play strong safety.
Jonas Stanker.
Let's see.
It'd probably be between him or
let's look at
the other kid.
So they did talk to this Jonah kid here, another Jonah. And then you got Jackson Slater down here. I don't think I'm taking him now, but is this time to just kind of start looking at that, or should we try to get another corner here? We didn't even get a chance to get Kobe Bryant that I really wanted.
Right. Yeah, Quincy Riley, I know, has gotten a lot of press, but
what about
he's the guy that can play inside, outside.
Houzi? Is that Elijah Houzi?
No. I know O'Donnell Fortune is another one.
Sammer?
I keep forgetting this Noah Williams kid. The only knock on him really is his 40 time. I don't see a reason the Bucs don't go corner twice in this draft at some point. I don't know. You guys gonna help? That's who I would pick, honestly. But you tell me if between him and Sanker, who you think is a better player in spot here right now. They're both on the screen. Got that David Walker kid too still.
Yeah, I'd probably go Sanker, just because he's going to fit a starting position.
There's three people willing to make a trade right now.
Yeah, we could always trade down. I mean, that's always
maybe we can pick our 6th pick back up.
The Rams.
It's a good option. Trade with the Rams.
7 spots down.
Pick up 191.
Let's do that.
Yeah, those are picks that they've given up too.
Maybe give them
Jamel Dean.
Give them 237 and see if that would make it work.
I don't know, man. From 156 would be our last pick of the draft, basically.
Yeah, but you're moving up to 191. Yeah,
sorry.
so you're basically evening out, but you're gaining
slots. You're moving back 7 and gaining later.
Yep.
Should we offer that trade then, and not kind of force ourselves into a pick there that we kind of don't really need to force ourselves into?
Yeah, I think that would be smart.
Let's do this. And the Rams say yes. Hell yeah. Smart. A smart team over there. Got a good program for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Why you keep me around?
I'm talking about the Rams, not talking about you.
I'm the one who suggested the trade. Oh, there goes Williams.
Yep. That kind of solves that issue for us. All right. Well, I guess now we know who we're picking. We got the guy we wanted, and we gained some spots.
Yeah. Yeah. He can pick up a safety, and he can come in and compete for a starting job. And
probably pay specials.
Sanker. I barely even know her.
Bam. Welcome to the Bucs, kid. Got a lot of SEC guys on this team. I'm noticing right now. Look at that. 3 out of 4 picks, SEC teams.
Hate that pick.
I like it.
Wait, is Virginia SEC?
No, it's ACC.
They are? I thought they moved to the SEC.
I don't think
no, they're ACC.
Oh, well, okay. 2 out of 4, guys. My bad.
Yeah.
The chat's probably eating me up right now.
And you're an FSU fan, and you didn't know that.
Nah. We're trying to get out of the ACC. That's why. We don't pay attention to it.
Nobody wants to be in that garbage
Look at
ass.
let's pause here just to enjoy something. Right here, Atlanta Falcons forfeited pick.
Forfeited.
I mean, what a day.
That's a good day right there.
Oh, because of the Kirk Cousins. Yeah. That's awesome.
Simeon Barrow Jr. I like that guy. I thought that would have been a good pick in this spot. But here we are. Okay. Quinn Ewers. Hell no. What do you know about these guys on screen here? We still got Kobe King. I think we're all linebackered out for one draft, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think we're good. I mean, we could probably start going offense now.
Let's look at these offensive linemen. Let's look at some wide receivers.
Maybe filter to offensive tackle to see if there's any guys we can shift to guard. Yeah, Kyle Williams, I think would make sense. The kid from Arkansas, I think would make a lot of sense.
1,196 yards. Wow.
Yeah.
14
Yeah,
touchdowns.
he's pretty good.
6 foot 180. Okay. Got this kid 6 foot 4, 217. Holy shit. Wow. Only 532 yards receiving though.
Yeah, he's more of an athlete type player, guy development, you know.
Okay. I don't know if they're gonna go center per se here, but you never know if they want to move him.
Well, he could play guard.
6 foot 4, 305. Is that guard size?
It could.
Maybe. Bucks usually take the guys outside and move them in as opposed to that.
Mm-hmm.
Got Nick Nash here. This is the guy I kept telling you guys. Pretty solid. 1,300 yards, 16 touchdowns, 13 yards per reception. I mean, this kid's a fucking monster, dude. But, you know, he's at San Jose State. So how much that matters, I don't know. But 6'3", 195. I think he's a little bit older. He's a redshirt senior. So,
Mhm.
more than just
there's a lot of
receiver.
He led the country in receptions, receiving touchdowns, and receiving yards.
Yeah, a lot of older prospects in this
Big
draft.
slot type, 6'3", 195.
Impressive
Damn.
footwork, good route
Kinda
running.
like this guy.
Yeah. Can someone check if he's a white wide receiver? Because that would make him an absolute ballpark right here, right?
Yeah.
We need it. We need a
Can
good
one of
white
our
wide
can one of
receiver.
our 4 or 5 interns check to see the race of this player?
Somebody
or Sam-
Google
or
what Nick
Sam.
Nash looks like.
I'll pull it up right now.
Are we getting a McCaffrey type?
Yeah, chat's kind of slow.
Come on, Pless. You're supposed to know this stuff, man. That's why we have you on here. You're the big brains on
Right.
this.
I know.
They should put this in here. They should put right here.
How about just a photo would be nice?
Specialty
Yeah.
white wide receiver.
So I would say Nick Nash is.
Uh-oh. He's ambiguous.
Oh,
He's like,
be
I
careful.
don't know.
Yeah.
Don't get this channel canceled, Pless.
I don't know.
You can't say these things. All right.
Darius Miller says he's biracial. There you go.
Yeah,
Boom.
there.
All right,
I was
that's
going
a
to say
double-
that.
That's a double win.
Oh,
Is this the pick, guys? I think this is the time we go get wide receiver right here. The guy that could possibly, stretch the field. Okay. I don't know what his 40 time is. Actually, I have no idea. Does he do special teams? Who knows? He might have to. He might not have a choice.
It's a
Pretty
fast
tall.
name. It's a fast name.
Nick Nash.
Nick Nash.
Yeah. Like Nick Nash Paddywhack, give a dog a bone. That's the guy.
Bro.
Nick Nash Paddywhack, give a dog a draft pick. Welcome to the Bucks, Nick Nash. You in agreement here, Pless?
Hold on.
Let's look at inside. Let's look at interior
Grizzle
offensive
says
line.
the Bucks love biracial guys from Texas. They do.
Hell yeah.
They do. Yep. Outside of Rascore, that's like
So,
things box that we have to check.
Let's talk
Yeah,
about
so-
this Jonah kid. Go ahead, Press. Go ahead.
no, I was just going to say about Nick Nash. So 40 time was 4.57, so
Oof.
decent. 1.54 10-yard split. So that's really important. He's quick off the snap.
He's
So that's
6'3", though. He's a tall guy.
He is. 10-3 broad jump. So he's got some explosiveness to his game.
So let's look at some of these guys. Go ahead.
I think it would be a good pick.
So let's look at some of the guys the Bucks did meet with though before we make this choice. So that Jonah kid I just had up, USC center.
Right.
You're losing Hainsey this offseason, 100%. So now you don't really have a backup center. Could this kid be a backup center / swing guard, maybe the guard of the future, who also is a backup center in the meantime? Brennan's not going to be here forever. I don't know what
Right.
Klein's going to be. Could this be a pick? They did meet with him, so I only want to bring his
I don't
name
like
up.
6'5" centers. I'm sorry. I know
No.
Barton. Yeah, I just don't like him.
It's more or less
big.
backup center and possibly guard. Could this guy be a guard at 6'5", 310? I'm only bringing him up again because the Bucks did meet with him, so I do want to consider
Right.
some of the guys they have talked to throughout this process.
Yeah. So he measured in at 6'4", 302. So let me see what his.
So he
yeah,
got
his-
shorter, lost some weight. He's putting in some work.
Yeah, short arms. He's got, sub 31-inch arms. So probably a center to the T. I don't know if he's got guard versatility.
Okay. Hey, Darius Miller says Kyle Williams ran a 4.4. We do like the Washington State, Washington. We haven't had a Washington draft pick yet. That's weird. Somebody from the state of Washington.
So let's say if we were to go wide receivers, okay? Let's clear these out. Let's go wide receivers only. Hope you guys are actually enjoying this. Make sure you hit the like button and hit the subscribe button if you're new.
There's your Kobe Hudson.
Yeah, no, not the guy I wanted.
UCF? Come on, bro. He's right down the street.
No, I'm good. Thanks, man. If you're going to UCF and you're only getting 770 yards, I'm not interested.
They're a terrible football team.
I don't care. You should be the best player on that team, so you should be able to. These are not good. I don't like it. No. Pless, come on, man. Guide us here. What are we looking at here? What's the best option if we go wide receiver here? We didn't look defensive line, actually. Hold on. Let's add that to the mix, too. Okay.
Yeah.
Change anything.
Not much.
Nah.
Tonka.
Tonka's there. I like Tonka. They did meet with Tonka. We're at 156. We got 191 left. Average draft position is 235.
Tonka Vita rotation?
I mean, kid is big, dude. And is this a guy that you said plays fullback?
How big is
that
he?
The other kid?
He's 288. He's tiny.
He's not that
The
big.
other kids.
That's not a Tonka. What the fuck is that?
He
288.
changed his first name. Maybe he gained weight.
Fisher Price.
He gained weight.
No Tonka.
Run stop rate, not very good for a defensive tackle. Bucs did meet with him, though. This sounds like they met with him as for smoke and mirrors. Pretty weird to do that for a guy ranked this low. But
is he a sack guy at 288? Go back. Let me see real quick. Let me see what his sack numbers are.
I don't think he had more than 5 sacks. Yeah, 5 sacks.
5 total.
19 hurries. Not really. That's not crazy great. I don't know, man.
Yeah, out of this group,
not a good run stopper. No, thank you.
Yeah, out of this group, I'm probably between Jalen Lane, the kid from Virginia Tech, or the Nick Nash guy.
So they also met with this junior kid out of Utah that we talked about earlier.
Mm-hmm.
How big is this kid? Yeah, 6'3", 308. Not crazy big for a defensive tackle.
Right.
Again,
yeah, I mean, he probably offers, good run defense. I don't know about his pass rush ability. It doesn't look like he offers much there, but he could be a guy that could come in and maybe be an upgrade over what they currently have.
Greg Gaines? I mean,
yeah,
I got a new stand at that point.
Pretty much.
All right, so I guess Nick Nash is the winner here. Between him and who else did you say, Pless? The kid out of Washington State?
Yeah, I was just looking.
Officially drafting like my wife would draft, like based on names, jersey colors, like that. What does he look like?
Yeah. Well, I mean, out of the players of like, studied for a period, I would say Jalen Lane here, just because he offers special teams versatility. He can return kicks.
Big guy.
He's decent size, about 5'10", but he's got plenty of speed. He ran a 4.3 40, explosive receiver, has good route running. So I think he would make sense. You could bring him in and, no, that's Kyle Williams. I'm talking about Jalen Lane.
Oh, I didn't hear you. Sorry.
Yeah, Virginia Tech.
Yeah.
I believe the Bucs met with him too. Did they not? Him and Kyle Williams, actually. Yeah.
Yeah, they met with him.
5'10" guy though. I don't know about the height there.
Yeah, he's a little smaller, but he offers just good special teams and can be a potential downfield threat.
Guy.
Yeah. Not good against man. Yeah. I don't know, Pless. I think you're selling us a pile of shit.
I think we go with Patty Wag, bro. That's what I think.
You guys make the pick. I've been making all the picks. So.
I think we go with Nick Nash. It feels right.
But listen, this Kyle Williams kid though, man, Stank. I mean,
and when they do pick him, we can be like a pewter report, and be like, called it right here.
14 touchdowns, 17 yards a pop. Okay, almost 1,200 yards receiving, 101 targets. I mean, great versus man coverage. Look at that. Big
contested catch guy,
186. I mean, this sounds like a Jameis Winston type of wide receiver here. You know what I'm saying?
Well, let's do it.
God, it's between him and Nash, Stank. Well, what are we doing?
I already told you. My card is in. It's Nick Nash.
It's time to take an unknown commodity at this point in the draft, right? We haven't done that yet.
Can we ask chat to break the tiebreaker? Is it Nick Nash,
Nick Nash, Patty Whack.
My pick. Is it Sammer's pick, Kyle Williams?
I brought up Nick Nash. How is that your pick now?
It's my pick. Or is
I brought him up.
Or is it Jalen Lane? Come on, chat room. Which one are you picking? Williams, Nash, or Lane? Nick, because he has dimples. What?
Yeah. I mean, by the way, for those of you wondering, that's the Loose Cannons Vixen. We have added another intern. Another intern that will be appearing on our show. And she wants to go by Loose Cannons Vixen. That's who she is. She's going to be appearing on next week's episode at some point. You will hear her voice and eventually see her face. She says we should draft somebody based solely on dimples.
On dimples.
Yeah. Are we talking about dimples on the face? Or talking about those cute dimples on like the back?
How would she know that he has back dimples? And first of all, do men have back dimples? I don't even know.
I don't know. I mean, nowadays everyone's on Instagram, right? So
that's true.
West Side Sports is Kyle Williams. Oh, West Side Sports, by the way, that's Izzy, folks.
Mm-hmm. Chris says he's rolling with Pless, and another one from Lane.
Look at these guys on our channel rolling with the guest. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Just disrespect. I'm rolling with Pless for the speed. Nick Nash is 25, I believe. If that makes a difference, it does make a difference, yeah. But Nick Nash, Patty Whack, give a dog a bone. I mean,
that's right. That's right.
What are you talking about?
Give him his AARP card too, because he's gonna be out of the league in 4 years.
All right, Stank. I think we're losing, man. I don't think we're gonna get Nick Nash, Patty Whack.
All right, Jalen Lane it is. Oh, it's Kyle Williams. Just kidding. Fuck you, Pless.
No, Pless. Was it between him or Kyle? I'm sorry.
Let's go.
Kyle.
Nash. I don't like the Jalen pick because you're.
Let's just go with Kyle.
A bag of shit. 5'10" can't win against man coverage. We got enough of those guys. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
He's a slot receiver. So.
Oh, okay. Well, is he white? No, his name's Jalen. Next, Kyle Williams. Welcome to the Bucs.
I'd say would have picked Jalen.
Of course.
Oh my goodness. This is great.
If his name was like Jeff, I'd have been like, yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
That's bring him in.
My name,
Jeff Lane. Oh my goodness.
That'd have been awesome.
That's funny.
Hey, Longer Beam just went. Robert Longer Beam.
Cody Lindenberg. Kobe King finally gets picked.
Yep.
And all the Baker people want us to take that Stutzman linebacker just because.
Emory Jones.
Tonka's gone.
There goes Tonka.
Oh,
that's
no.
okay. We're gonna get Thor right here.
Damn it.
Okay.
All right. So we don't need a quarterback.
I mean, I do like that kid though. But yeah. All right, let's go.
You say we don't need a quarterback, but we kind of need. It depends on what we do with Kyle.
Who have we picked so far?
Okay, so look, we haven't really grabbed the offensive lineman that strokes the Jason Light.
So we already got a safety.
All right. We didn't get two corners out of this, but we did.
So Jackson Slater from whatever I don't recognize that Sacramento State. That's a nobody school.
That
he likes guys from schools that don't matter.
That's a Jason Light pick, dude, right there.
Yeah,
this is a Jason Light pick.
Of the one game I watched of him, I was like, yeah, this is Jason.
316.
That's like this is Jason Light all the way.
He's athletic as fuck.
Where's number 76? That's a
real athletic guy. I mean,
wait, Scadaboo's already gone. Gotta be.
No, we're not taking that guy anyway, dude. Jackson Slater. I think that's the pick that we round out this draft with. You guys in agreement here?
I think so. Let's see if there's anything else.
Is he a ginger? That's a good question, Brian.
Nicholas Martin, who did meet with the Bucs, another linebacker. Okay. I think we've signed 2 linebackers in our free agency earlier, right? Do we add another linebacker?
It'd probably be overkill, but I mean, it can't hurt because of.
Brian, look him up. Is he a ginger? And does he have his 2 front teeth? Because it matters.
This guy's not a ginger.
No, I'm not talking about this guy. I'm talking about the other guy.
Oh, Jackson Slater.
Yeah.
No, he is not. He's not a ginger.
Nicholas Martin didn't play the entire season. He only played 5 games, but he shined at the Senior Bowl. Kid is athletic, looked the part, and is only this low because of the injury. But
right.
Again, that does fit what the Bucs like. You know, story, the character, the whole thing between him and Jackson Slater.
King Cook, we haven't signed any free agents yet.
Yes, we have.
Who?
In reality or in this fictitious situation?
In the real world.
No. We're talking about the fictitious situation we have. Yeah.
Oh, but in this fictitious situation, we signed that corner. What's his face?
Travarius Ward. Okay.
Travarius Ward.
2 linebackers. We brought in every available edge rusher. Kept Chris Godwin somehow. No. All right, I think Jackson Slater, just because we need to get wrapped up here.
Yeah, Jackson Slater
Let's
makes
do
a
it.
lot of sense. He's a interior offensive lineman that can play center probably or guard and add
Jackson
depth.
State is also a no-name school. Clay Webb, somebody says.
So with this all going down, we've added a position here in the first 4 picks. At every position that we also added a free agent in. Okay, so that's a double dip, another Jason Light scenario that always seems to play out. I think they'll end up signing some safety off the free agency market.
Right.
Who knows if it's Jordan Whitehead again? I don't think so. There's some other guys out there. And then now we've added a wide receiver who can do some good things. And now we're going to add a Jason Light special right here. Is going to be the next Ali Marpet. Jackson Slater, welcome to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. You and your weird,
there it is.
weird school's logo.
Yep.
Samer, screenshot this, send it to Jason, tell him to grade it.
He's probably going to be like, how did you read my mind?
Tell him to grade it. Say, listen, I don't need any other information. Just give me a grade.
He's going to send me a thumbs up in the nude.
Thumbs up. That's it.
In the nude. He's just going to be like, hell yeah.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah, I would say we should probably try to do this again, maybe 2 weeks before the draft. That way I should be caught up with all my film study as far as getting.
Wait, Samer didn't tell you? You've signed on. We're doing this every week.
Oh, every week?
Every
Oh.
Thursday night.
All right. Well,
That way we make sure we cover
Why don't we
every
just
week.
make it mock draft Mondays? And let's just do this Monday nights, okay? And every week we'll just pick the same 5 players and just do it all over.
the same ones?
Every single Nick Nash Paddywhack is gonna make this team eventually. He's eventually gonna.
All
make
I know
this
is that when I see Nick Nash's name, whether we draft him or not, I'm going to
Nick
celebrate.
Nash Paddywhack.
I'm going to celebrate.
oh my God. Yeah.
As
Clay
long as
Webb.
he's not a fucking saint.
Clay
or
Webb
a
goes to the Lions. By the way, I was all in on that Clay Webb guy. Then I found out about some shit he got in trouble for. Oof, pretty wild shit. They're gonna
Let's look
grade
at-
us.
Let's see what our opponents drafted. I
Let's
want to
see.
see who the Saints, Falcons, and Panthers got in this draft. Just curious.
All right.
Oh, I forgot
Okay,
we made a
so-
trade. Forgot we made a
Solid.
trade.
Yeah.
But look at this.
Solid B.
I made a
Solid B
trade.
plus.
I did that.
This is I like this actually.
They didn't like our last 2 picks, but that's okay.
I mean, yeah, and we're reaching here. It's fine, whatever.
Right.
But this kid's gonna be a stud. Okay, he's
Yeah.
gonna break the kickoff punt return curse. And Jackson Slater,
B
like I
plus.
said,
That's not bad, right? B plus.
Yeah, that's solid.
could be better. Could be better. Full results. Here they are.
Who ranks this? Is Trevor actually like behind the scenes ranking these drafts?
Yeah,
No, I think
he just got this in his inbox, and he just gave us a quick little.
Hmm.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, there you go, boys. That's our draft. Okay.
That was
For those
fun.
of you who actually enjoyed that and stuck around, make sure you hit the
You're
like button.
psychos.
Hit that subscribe button if you're new, and please leave us a comment. Tell us where we fucked up. Tell us we're idiots for making a trade with the Rams, who we were supposed to hate, or did we pull some wool over their eyes? Did we sneak a pick because of them?
Did you
and
learn anything? Huh?
Yeah, maybe you
Yeah.
don't like the fact that Pless is out there doing his hardest, job to fucking sabotage the draft that we just participated in. So I don't know. You guys let
Loose
us know.
Cannons Vixen says Nick Nash will be her new favorite because of the dimples, evidently.
And Nick Nash Paddywhack. I mean, how is that not the guy's actual
I don't
name?
know. I don't know. It will
How
be.
is it not his actual name?
It is new.
Pless. This was pretty fun, dude.
Yeah,
Tell
that
the
was
people-
awesome.
Tell the people where they can find you, Plus.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
That
you
screen-
can
that screen is open for some reason.
catch us at Real Buck Stock. You can see us there on YouTube. You can see us on Twitter as well at Real Buck Stock. And we just dropped a video today of Harold Landry and the Buccaneers potentially going after him if he becomes available, because I think he's probably going to get cut. So that could be a potential target to look at. But yeah, other than that, we got a bunch of videos coming up on the docket for the draft film, and getting closer to free agency. We're only days away. So there's going to be a lot of news I expect on Monday as we get closer.
Yeah, one of which will
Getting
be Chris
excited.
Godwin staying as Tampa Bay Buccaneer.
Yeah, as well as Levante David.
Right.
Levante David coming back. All right, hey, make sure you guys hit
I
that like
agree.
button, subscribe button if you are new, and leave us a comment in the comment section below about how we did. And we'll put this graphic up on YouTube as a post. And we'll also share it all over our socials and have you guys give us a grade and tell us how we did. And we'll see you guys. Let's shoot for Monday. Okay, no guarantees. It is the off season. Okay, but let's see. Hey, Plus, you want to come back Monday night? Another mock draft?
Yeah, we could probably do that.
Hell yeah.
Hopefully, Latte can join us for that one. I should be here.
Thank you.
I mean, we'll probably be talking about free agency, I'm imagining.
Yeah, we'll do some of that and maybe knock out a much quicker version of what we just did. And hopefully end up with Nick Nash, Patty Whack, give a dog a bone.
Sounds good.
Go Bucs.
Go Bucs.
It's kickoff, set it off. Go to Vegas, bet it all. Put it on the Bucs win, whoever they gon' play gon' fall. Don't say I ain't told y'all. Loose cannons gon' fold y'all. Yeah.